Sixer Nation, I have heard you loud and clear. Your Sixers have won 3 games straight. Your Sixers are now in second place. I talked about the floor last week. I apologized last week. And still on the apology tour is your man, the Dudster Nestor Dudley. I have Coach Sean Hickey on the show via remote in here tonight. Yes, Sixer Nation, you've spoken, and I have listened. So back in the day, buddy, let's kick it. Welcome you all to another edition of this show, your man Nestor Dudley, Around the Rim, hashtag ATR. And it is my pleasure to welcome on this show, Sixer Nation. You spoke, I've listened. Who cannot hear me? They cannot hear me back there? Excuse me, Sixer Nation.
Okay. You come back. Yeah,
Come.
figured something out.
They figured out something. Okay. Thank you for welcoming me back, Sixer Nation. So I have your man, your coach, Sean Hickey of the Sixers. Sean Hickey, welcome to ATR Around the Rim.
How you doing, Nesta?
Doing good, brother. So if we can just, there we go. Doing good, brother. Once again, I have been on this apology tour. So I apologize to Sixer Nation. I apologize to you. I apologize to Anthony. I apologize to Chris, who hasn't even been there all year. I apologize to all your players 1 through 12. You have my sincerest apology. You guys are in second place, winners of 3 in a row.
Yeah, it's been a very pleasant surprise so far this year, especially after the season that we had last year with the amount of forfeits and only winning 1 game. And it's been a very pleasant year so far.
Your team has flown under the radar. It was, Sean, I've said this many times. When the season began, the hunted was definitely the Bullets. Everyone had the Bullets possibly going undefeated. And what had happened when the Lakers beat the Bullets, you know what? That took the focus off the Bullets. The Bullets got to go under the radar. But who was even under the radar more than the Bullets were the Sixers, because as the league was talking about who's going to beat the Lakers, who's going to beat the Bullets again, you Sixers were just a constant flow. And I think that the only games that you have lost this year, you have 3 losses. So, did you lose to the Bullets twice? I think the Bullets. So you lost to the Bullets. So you lost to the Bullets twice and the Lakers once. So you beat the Lakers last week. So that's head-to-head. So right now, so far this season, the only riddle that your team has not been able to solve, Coach Sean, has been the riddle of the Bullets.
Yeah, they're a very tough team. They obviously have great coaching and Coach Wright, and they have a very very tough player in Logan who can basically just score at will.
Now they got a pair. Now they got a pair of Logans. They got Logan Wright and they got Logan Girton. They got a pair of Logans.
Yeah. Logan Girthin, he's very tough. He can basically score at will.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably one of the better players to come through the league since I've been playing and coaching.
Yeah, and along with Clinton Mahar, I call those two I call those two silent assassins right there. That's one hell of a 1-2 punch, and probably the top 1-2 punch in the league. Would you say? Oh, one of the top.
Certainly one of the top. Yeah. If not the top 1-2 punch.
So, Second place, you are doing good. You're feeling good. And I think this weekend, if I'm not mistaken, Coach, you have the Bullets this weekend. Is that correct?
That is correct. It's obviously gonna be a very very tough game um, to face the Bullets. They obviously have great coaching. Steve has his teams ready to go week after week after week, and they just been an absolute riddle for a lot of the teams.
Now, your team has won the championship 2 seasons ago. And
Correct.
that year you came in first place. You came in first place, you took the whole doggone thing. So give me
Correct.
a little insight, Coach. Does it really matter if you come in first place, or is it just all about getting into the tournament? Fourth place would be fine. You're not going to finish in fourth. You clinch playoffs. I don't see your team dropping to fourth. But is first place all that important, or is it just getting into the tournament?
That's a good question.
Well, of
Obviously,
course it is. That's why I asked it.
obviously, I've won two championships in '08 and 2022, where we ran the table. Both of those times, we came in first. Um, it To me personally, it doesn't really matter. It if Whether or not you're 2 through 4, a team can strike lightning in a bottle, and you can come away with a ring.
Now, you mentioned 2008 and a couple of seasons ago that you have been a champion. And I just want to point out that, yes, Sean Hickey has that baby face for a reason. He is still a young man. In 2008, he was a player in this league. So you're a double champion. You won one from the player side, and then you won one on the coach's side. And
Correct.
you did it with the same team, the Sixers.
Yeah. I was drafted in '06, '07. And I've been coaching now. This is actually going to be my 15th year.
15 years, baby, just giving back to this community of Malden, giving back to the Malden Neighborhood Basketball League. But enough with the pleasantries. Sean, you hear the music. You are caught up in the MMBL web, and I know that you're concerned about this web because you keep on asking me what questions am I going to ask you, and I don't know because we haven't had the show yet. I don't write these things down, brother. But a reminder for the folks out there is that this is the Caught
I
Up in
was
the
expecting it.
Caught Up in the MMBL web, where I can ask my guest, in this case, Coach Sean Hickey, anything that I want to. It may or may not have to do with the MMBL League, but it does have to do with MMBL League. I have 2 questions for you, 2 very answerable questions if you choose to answer it, okay? Question number 1. Out of all your years being affiliated with the Sixers, both on the player side and on the coach's side, who, in your opinion, is the best Sixer of all time from 2008 until this season?
Oh wow.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Obviously, Russ Dyer's up there. He was really tough. He was probably one of the main reasons why we won 2 years ago. Going back to from when I first played in '07. I would have to go down either Gio Sirius or Ricky Douglas.
Ricky Douglas with the 2 S's and Gio Sirius. And they were the 2 guys that brought you, they were teammates of yours. Brought
Yeah,
you that
they were. Yep.
brought you that championship. Well, it's a good thing that you forget about your teammates, show your teammates love. But now this question might make you pull your collar. Bone. Okay, I'll pull your collar. Who has been the most successful head coach for the Sixers? Cliff Williams or Chris Callahan? You got to pick one, baby.
Oh wow.
Oh, wow, I was right. Yes.
Well, me and Chris both played for Coach Cliff, so
Chris Callahan's a little bit older than you. He's about 6 years or so older than you because he was on the 2000 championship Celtics that Cliff Williams and Gary Rogers were coaching that team. So yes, that's right.
Wow. Um.
It's amazing how I can pull some of this knowledge off the top of my head.
Oh wow. Wow. That's a really tough question.
And we and this is only a 30-minute show, brother. You got to answer it. Give me one.
Uh,
You're not getting out of it, baby.
I'm gonna have to go with Cliff because he was the one who drafted me. So, but but Chris Callahan, he's gonna have anyone who follows him is gonna have some big shoes to fill.
Coach Sean Hickey, you are officially out of the web. Now that wasn't so bad. Now I don't know, you might dot my I when I see you this weekend. I don't know, but, but that wasn't so bad.
No. I was firmly expecting to be put in the web.
Well, just to show how much of a good sport you are and the love that I have for your team, I'm wearing these Red Sox, and these Red Sox are for the Sixers. These Red Sox are not for that MMBL team that plays at the Fenway. No, this is for the Sixers, baby. Somewhere my Red Sox. Back in the studios of All Access Television / Urban Media Arts in the studios of Around the Rim ATI. I'm your host, the Nesta Dudley, back here with my guest, not head coach, but Coach Sean Hickey. So, Coach, your team's going to the Madness. If the Madness was to begin today, you would have the second slot, and you would be facing the Lakers, a team that right now that you have split with. But the very last game of the season this season is going to be on a Sunday, and it's going to be a third game. That's right, a third game to get in all 15 games. So, give me a little preview. Who wins that rubber match? This is not the Madness. I'm talking about the regular season. Who wins that?
That's they the Lakers have a very tough player in Samaj Wharton. He's very tough. If you don't put a hand in his face, he'll just start raining threes on you. I we played him a couple of weeks ago on a Wednesday night, and we were able to kind of keep him in check. I think he only scored less than 15 points, so we were able to keep him off the board as much as humanly possible because I think he's their number one scorer, and I think he's probably within the top 10 or top 12 in scoring in the league. If he gets any kind of space in the open court, he's just gonna take a three ball and just cram it down your throat.
To your point, Coach, he is the top scorer in the league. Based on the stats, I have the most recent stats from Bradworth Benton, who's always representing. At Ref Rob, that's something new this season. So to your point, Coach, he is the top player. So that would be, well, I don't want to say what the game plan is, and you're certainly not going to tell me what the game plan is. So head to head, that rubber match, are you predicting a Sixers victory?
That I don't get into predicting victories. If we play our brand of basketball, which is rebounding, good defense, timely scoring, we have a very good chance of coming away with a W.
Now, and I agree with you. And then in the first round would be Lakers and Sixers. I'm not going to ask you who you're going to predict from that. You're going to obviously want to win that game and all this stuff. So let's just say that the Sixers go back to the big dance. And we've been talking about the Bullets, but I want to bring up this one team that is sneaky good, and that's the Celtics. And right now, Coach, the Celtics are in fourth place. It could be an upset in that first round. Celtics, Bullets. So if you get past the Lakers, whether you finish the second or third, doesn't matter. You go to the big dance. The Celtics, if everything was to start today, upset the Bullets. What would you need to do to keep the Celtics in check. Matter of fact, the Celtics played you very tough. Did the Celtics take you to overtime or take you damn near to overtime?
We played we've played them 3 times this year so far, and all 3 games have been very close. I think we might have won by a couple of points the first time, the in the beginning of the season, and then the second time we played them, we only beat them by I think 4 or 5, and then this past weekend we I think we beat them by um less than 10. I forget what the score was, but yeah, to your point, Nessa, they are sneaky good. They they can upset a lot of teams. They have great size, great coaching, Magic again, probably one of the top coaches in the league. Um, he'll have his boys ready.
Indeed, he will. And what the Celtics have in common with the Sixers is that I mistakenly had them not going at the first show. But you hear that it's time for the rolling. So let's go to this past weekend's play. And this past weekend is the weekend of February 24th at the Featherweight School. So game 1, Pistons Kings. Kings 3 points better than the Pistons, 43-40. Pierre, high man for the Kings, 15 points. Bilal led all scores with 16 points. As the Kings improved to 2-8, the Pistons dropped to 3-10. Second game Saturday, Lakers, Sixers. This is the score that was in the book, but I don't think this was the actual score. Whether this is the actual score or a fictitious score, I can guarantee you that the Sixers beat the Lakers. So we're going to go with the score of 39-23. Joseph led all, high man for the Sixers, 10 points. Ward led all, scores with 13 points as the Sixers improved to 8-3. The Lakers dropped to 7-4. First game Sunday, Celtics-Sixers. Celtics over the Sixers. No. At ref Rob, I did this. This is 2 weeks in a row where I Lex the scores. It's Sixers 62, Celtics 37, and these are the two teams that I was mad at your man Nostradamus because I picked them not going. Anyways, Sweeney, high man for the Celtics, 14 points. Joseph led all scores with 26 points as the Sixers improved to 9-3. The Celtics dropped to 4-9. Those records are accurate. Next game, Bullets Kings. Bullets 10 points better than the Kings, 50-40. Brathwaite, high man for the Kings, 19 points. And Girton led all scores with 23 points as the Bullets improved to 11-1 and the Kings dropped to 2-9. And that's how it all went down this past weekend's play. Now, on to the weekly Around the Rim Awards. So let's kick it. Oh, that kicker is just so sorry. Anyways, Player of the Week, Zayden Pierre of the Kings. Coach of the Week, Anthony Lopez of the Sixers. Isn't that strange how that always works out, has the Coach of the Week is usually the guest on the show, because I'm just trying to maintain the friendships with everybody that I have. Team of the Week goes to the Kings. The Kings are just getting better and better and better, and they split this week. And Woo of the Week, the compromise Woo of the Week, goes to Grace Biskin. Why? Because Grace Biskin, she is always good for at least 1 3 a game. Every time I turn around and I'm watching the Bullets, Grace Biskin is knocking down a 3. We talk about the Girtons, we talk about the Mahas, we talk about the Brendan Biskin, who unfortunately is on IR, but Grace Biskin is a baller. Grace Biskin, this compromise Woo is for you. Woo! Oh man, that woo! That's the best I can do. We're going to have to get a stunt person to do woos. Anyways, on to the standings. If it doesn't match this, it just tain't official. Bullets on top of the land, 11-1, followed by the Sixers, 4-game win streak, 9-4. Lakers that has been stuck on 7 wins for the past few weeks, seemed like the past 7 weeks, 7-4. Sixers, Bullets, Sixers, Lakers clinched. 4th place, Celtics, 4-9. 5th place, Pistons, 3-10. And bringing up the rear and butt naked last, the Kings, 2-9. This weekend's play coming up, March 2nd, first game, Sixers against the Bullets. And the second game, Kings versus the Lakers. And that first game, hashtag possible big dance game. Sunday, March 3rd, first game, Celtics Kings. Second game, Pistons Lakers. And that first game, the champs need this one. The champs are the defending Neighborhood League champions, the Celtics. They have not clinched. They need this game. They sure need this game. I'll go on there. So, next evening on the stuff. So, that's what I was waiting for. For the final time on this leap day, February 29th. It's February, Black History Month. This is your Black History moment where we drop some knowledge. And this week is Sister Rosetta Tharpe, 1915 to 1973. Queer black woman who literally invented rock and roll. Tharpe gained popularity in the 1930s and the 1940s with her gospel recordings, characterized by a unique mixture of spiritual and electric guitar. She was the first great recording star of gospel music and was among the first gospel musicians to appeal to rhythm and blues and rock and roll audiences. Later being referred to as the original soul sister and godmother of rock and roll. She gave Little Richard his first gig outside the church, opened doors for Chuck Berry and Buddy Holly, influenced Elvis Presley, Carl Perkins, Jerry Lee Lewis, Johnny Cash, and Eric Clapton. Inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame 2018, Sister Rosetta Tharpe. This week, Black History Moment, where we drop the knowledge. Been celebrating Black History Month on ATR since 1992. Moving forward with the show. Where to read them about the MNBL in the Malden Advocate. The paper is free for the cheap. Even my cheaps are compromised. Go to the website of the Malden Book Basketball League, MNBL.org, the online home to this show, atrlive.com, or Instagrams at MNBL1986. Around the Rim, stream ATR on all devices, live VOD. Again, the online home of this show, atrlive.com. Around the Rim, when you can watch this show on the public channel of MATV, which is under the umbrella of Urban Media Arts, Comcast 9, Verizon 28, live every Thursday evening. Show replays every Friday night, 10 p.m., and replays the following Wednesday afternoon at 3 p.m. Once again, here on the channels of MATV. Like and stream Around the Rim, hashtag follow, hashtag stream, hashtag retweet, at Nesta Dudley, IGs, at Real Nesta Dudley, because Coach Sean, there is only one real Nesta Dudley. Around the Rim, subscribe on YouTube's. Put in the search at the Rim or Nesta Dudley, YouTube's. Get this show. We're on YouTube Live right now. My mic sounds nice. Check 1. I said my microphone sounds nice when it's on. Check 2. The other joint that your man Nesta Dudley has is Beyond the Rim, the podcast. Beyond the Rim goes beyond Around the Rim, which hence is called Beyond the Rim. Beyond the Rim is available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube Music, or wherever you stream your podcast. Because again, tain't no promotion like self-promotion. So, Coach Sean, in these last 60 seconds, take us out of here.
Nessa, I just like to say thank you for having me on. It's always a pleasure to be here, and looking forward to the last couple of weeks of the regular season and into the playoffs.
Well, thank you for accepting the invite, and who knows, maybe in 3 weeks' time, we might see you up here on the stage again, hoisting another championship celebration with the big gold ball. That'll be nice for a team that I said wasn't going. Again, I'm sorry, brother.
Hey, they've surprised me as well this year.
Well, until next time, all just want to say, buenas noches, hooches, cooches. I came in peace. I leave with love. This is for the red, the black, and the green. And I'll be seeing you at the games.